Hello to all my fabulous subscribers and to anyone else who has stopped by. Welcome to this, my intuitive and interpretive reading of the general energies that will be with us from the full moon on May the 16th, 2020 until the new moon on May the 30th. This is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. So what do we have to look forward to? Well, the elements that have volunteered for this reading are the Dear Mother card from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck, the Forest Lovers from the Wildwood Tarot, and Broom from our Celtic Trio. The meaning of Broom is quite obvious, I would think. It is about making a clean sweep, clearing out. So this is a good period to do a deep house cleaning. Go through cupboards, go through closets, go through drawers. Throw out things that are broken, don't work. Anything that you don't use or don't love or doesn't seem to fit who you are now. Those are things that can be thrown out, donated, put in a yard sale, but clear out your living space. This is also a good time to clear out your energetic space. If you enjoy getting energy balancing, energy clearing treatments of any sort, like Reiki or healing sound, this is a great time to make an appointment and enjoy a treatment like that. If nothing else, I suggest standing in the shower, letting the water flow over you, and imagine that it is clearing away, washing away all the dust and debris and gunk that accumulates in your energy field. So, Broom is all about cleansing. Now, the Forest Lovers is all about balance. It is the ultimate relationship, the ultimate healthy, love, heart-centered relationship between masculine and feminine. You see, they are bound together physically and they are bound together emotionally, as indicated by the hands over the heart. This is a mutually respectful relationship, appreciative. They value each other as equals, and it is only through this type of balance that true love arises, and the creative result of true love, as indicated here by the lilies. It's the only way that creative result can rise healthfully and contribute to new life. For some people, this might be a good time to look for a romantic partner if you're interested in that. It's also a good time to take stock of the relationships in our lives and see what might be out of balance, where there is not mutual respect, and find ways to improve those relationships, to make them more equally appreciative. It's also a good time to look at yourself and see, where am I out of balance? What in my life does not feel harmonious? Maybe you've been working too much and you need more rest. Maybe you've been sloughing off responsibility and procrastinating on things, so you need to be a little more involved. Maybe you've been spending a lot of time with your head in the clouds. Maybe you've been dreaming. Maybe you've been on spiritual pursuits and you need to be more grounded. Or maybe you've been so grounded, you've been caught up in the mundane necessities of life, and you need to lighten up and let your imagination run free for a bit. Whatever it may be, try to create more balance in your life. Now, Dear Mother suggests that one way might be to spend more time in nature. This is a card about honoring your wild side. Now, I'm not saying run off and live in the woods for months at a time, unless that really is what you need to do. But acknowledge, because to me the wild side is always about our creative urges too. Dear Mother offers guidance. This card reminds me of the deer herds, particularly the reindeer herds, that have followed the same trods year after year, generation after generation, and that natural instinct allows them to be where they need to be. They move with the seasons so that, they're safe during the winter and they have food, and then they have food during the summer. But always this instinctive knowledge of where they need to be. I also see in this the importance of the herd. It's not one deer on its own. It is about all the members contributing to the community, to the whole. And so we as people need to remember that too. We're all in this together. So I want to pull back a bit. In my last reading, there was a lot of water energy, a lot of feminine energy, and a lot of emotion. Boy, did that come up, here in the United States at least, when the Supreme Court gave evidence that they intend to allow women to be denied safe, medically supervised, medically performed abortions for any reason in many of our states. Well, I also said in the last reading that it might be time for women to step up and say, oh, no, we're not putting up with this. Things have to change. And we're seeing the result of that. We saw that happen, and we're seeing that still. As I'm recording this today on the 14th, there are a lot of marches going on across the country for women's rights. So, with that in mind, looking at the energy for this next period, I will say what we need to do, what we need to clear out, is everything that does not honor this mutually respectful and mutually valuing relationship of the masculine and feminine. I look at this card, and to me it embodies the spirit of feminism. Now, haters are going to hate, and there are critics who will say that feminists just want women to rule over men, which is not true. Feminism wants women to be seen as equally valuable people as men, acknowledging the differences between the male and female characteristics, but not devaluing those that are feminine while glorifying those that are masculine, and that's what our culture seems to do. It's sadly evident right now that the dominant power in our culture is held by white, cisgender male, heterosexual, rich, and usually Christian people, men. And there is a rebellion amongst those that subscribe to that patriarchal, and not just patriarchal, but racist and theocratic philosophy that would oppress anything and anyone that does not glorify the white, Christian, rich, cisgendered, heterosexual man. But we see that the only way that's truly forward, the only way we can hear the voice of the dear mother and move forward as a community, as a herd, it requires everybody. It requires respect. It requires appreciation. And yes, it requires love. So I will end here. We have plenty to think about. Plenty of work to do before we find the path forward that is for the greatest benefit, that puts us where we need to be. Please like, subscribe, share, all those wonderful things that YouTube would like me to tell you to do. Also, if you would like a reading with me, my email address is included in the information on my channel. Until the new moon. Oh, also let me say there is an eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse coming with the full moon on the 16th. I don't know much about astrology at all, so I'm not going to address that, but I do know that eclipses are considered to be resets. So let's reset our lives into one that balances the masculine and feminine so that love can flourish. Okay, goodbye, dear ones. I will see you at the new moon.